What's up, people? Today is about that. That is the Graves VE2 velocity stack for a Kawasaki 2009 and up. Actually means 2007 and up because it's the same kind of airbox, but whatever. Let's get into it. Now you'll notice that I have all the same stack heights in my 2009 ZX6R. There's a very good reason for this. I'm racing. So in my mind, I think I need maximum peak power. However, what's the one thing you only use once a lap? Peak power. What we should do is be focused on acceleration. Well, how do you create acceleration? Mid-range. How do you create mid-range with velocity stacks? Different height stacks. That's where, if I could show, I don't actually have it here, but in the stacks themselves, the middle ones will usually be a little bit taller. That's what Kawasaki gave the bike to give it a little bit more top end while also having a mid-range. Enter Graves Motorsports. They have put basically that middle stack back in. However, the outer stack is incredibly short and just wide open. That is to create a balanced power band. We want to go fast when accelerating out of a corner, not just down the straight, going through the top speed traps. I just want to show you guys that this is something that I'm doing on my superbike build. It's not a 1000 superbike like you're all used to. It's a superbike build, meaning that I have unlimited mods on this bike, and I will race in only unlimited mod classes next year. Basically, my goals here are to create a well-balanced power band. This bike already makes over 125 horsepower to the wheel. That is at the KWS dyno. The reason why it's 125 and a stock motor is because I have a BDK race stator in that bike. That is a 599cc motor. But with a BDK race stator, it actually frees up like 3 or 4 horsepower. And besides the fact that motor is actually really strong, people don't think about the 600cc Kawasaki's as being super strong because it's so dominated by the 636 bike. Everybody thinks, oh, it's a Kawasaki, therefore it's a 636. Not true. So if you have a 599cc motor from a 2009-2012 Kawasaki, you actually have one of the best true 600cc bikes that they made, in my opinion, of course. When I was at Jennings, I noticed that the power coming out of the low speed corners, low speed meaning low RPM speed, not necessarily low mile power speed, that the bike just had nothing. You know, you had to really wind it out to get it anywhere. That's a problem when you're trying to go fast on a track. Spending a little bit over, let's see, what did I spend? $350 because they were on sale. Got these velocity stacks. Now, it's not gonna make it plus 37 cc's. That's just never gonna happen. But what it will do, or I'm hoping that it'll do, is it'll balance the power band out. I wanna keep my top end, which is what those outers are gonna be, those really, really short outers. But I wanna increase the mid-range, okay? I wanna bump my mid-range, keep my top end. Graves Motorsports is renowned for their quality in parts and actually doing things, you know, with a logical sense that actually create results. They're not just some gimmick. They are aluminum CNC manufacturer. They have these rubber boots that come with them. Pretty simple. I'm just gonna bolt it down into my current airbox and put it all back together. I'm not gonna tune it. I know, insane, right? Not gonna tune, oh my gosh. These things do require a tune, but it's not gonna be unsafe. You put these in, it'll be a little bit of a fluctuation kind of where the airspeed has increased, which is what these are supposed to do. When the engine speed is slow, this increases the air velocity going into the cylinders, therefore filling the cylinders faster and creating more torque. However, at the top end, they do create a little bit of a restriction, which is why you get these very, 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 very short outer stacks. These don't create a restriction at the very high end of the RPM range, but they don't create the same intake velocity as those inners do. So that's why you see the two different types. You can get 4 of the outers. Graves specifically says these are for drag racing, land speed record type things, or tracks with like a really long straightaway. I'm thinking Coda, Road Atlanta, yeah, maybe like Roebling. Roebling, you could get away with this, which is actually the next track I'm racing at. Because Roebling has a lot of flowing corners, it's not really stop and go. That stack setup is probably best for an overall road racing, which has some stop and go, some flowing, some top end. And that's why I'm doing it. So at this point, that bike has nothing left that you can put on it for power mods. I have everything bolt-on that you can put onto it. Full exhaust, kit ECU, tune. I'm not putting MR12 in it, that's ridiculous, ridiculously priced. MWR WSBK air filter, BDK race stator, velocity stacks. These are all things that me as an operator can just bolt on myself. Yeah, any more power that I want to make would have to come from inside the motor, which I'm probably not going to do until I find, I don't know, about $4,000 to buy a decent 636 motor. And that one will be built, it'll probably be north of about 140 horsepower, and be able to haul my my rather large bottom around the racetrack at a rapid pace. So anyway, guys, stick around. We're gonna take some footage of these things going in and maybe make it interesting for you, okay? Cool, great. Maybe take that off first.